My name is Wildman Chris. I have been a songwriter, aspiring rapper, or rocker, can't even figure that out yet, for 11 years now. I do not have so much as even one cut, one song, or even a finished completed song in my name yet. And here I am, going to try to teach you something about songwriting that you probably never heard, not even at the Taxi Road Rally. I'd like to call it the third element of songwriting. We all know about contrast and repetition. You want the chorus and the verse to not sound alike, and if there's a bridge, you don't want it to sound alike, and you want to keep getting back to that hook, the chorus. You want to get back, and that is what makes a song. But let me tell you about the third element of songwriting. It is called subtle progression. And I doubt if you've ever heard about this anywhere. But you're going to hear about it from a nobody in the music business, namely Wildman Chris. But I hope to change that someday. I need a lot of help with that. But anyways, a song is like a story. I've heard Pete and Pat Luboff call it a 3-minute movie. Well, 4-minute movie, 4.5-minute movie, whatever. As new aspiring songwriters, you have to keep your songs as short as possible. But when you're a superstar in the business, you can afford to break the rules and have 4 or 5 minutes long songs because people are willing to bear with you an extra mile if they know who you are. But if they don't know who you are, you better make it short and sweet and to the point. Well, let's get more about, as I was saying, a song is like a story. And a story progresses to an ultimate climax. When you read Little Red Riding Hood, she doesn't keep going back into the woods over and over and over again. Eventually she gets to Grandma's house, gets attacked by the wolf, and eventually the wolf is shot. The same it is in a song. A song, even though you have repetition and contrast, even though it keeps going back to that hook, there is something in the song that is progressing to a final climax. I tell you, most of the songs I listen to because when it gets to the end, the song breaks bad. And I want to hear it again just to get back to that part of the song. Breaks bad. Now let's give you some examples, some incremental examples, I'm so tongue-tied, about subtle progression. We will start with subtle progression in the verses. I'm going to show you 3 examples from 3 songs of subtle progression in the verses. Now I'm going to play, this first song is called Kiss You All Over by Exile, a song that came out in the 1970s. And let me tell you, a really, really wonderful song at that too. I remember listening to the song when I was 6 years old, and I loved it back then, I love it now. But I want you to tell me, what is the difference between the first verse and the second verse? Okay, here. First verse.
All day I've been thinking about you, baby, my one desire. Gonna wrap my arms around you and hold you close to me. Oh, baby, I wanna taste you.
Now between the first and second verses, there's an instrumental giving sort of like a foretaste of the upcoming hook after the second verse. Second verse. What do you notice different about the second verse than the first verse?
Another lover, no, you're everything to me. Every time I'm with you, baby,
We're going to let it get to the pre-chorus, and then we're going to stop and go
when
to
you
the
lay
next
in my
song.
arms, we do the things you do. You can see it in my
pre-chorus.
eyes, I can feel it in your touch. You don't have to say a thing, just let me show how much love you.
Man, that's such a beautiful song. What did you notice different between the first verse and the second verse? If you got it figured out, let's go to the next song. Let's go to Queen's Another One Bites the Dust. Here comes the first verse.
Walks further down the street. Pull way down low. Ain't no sound but the sound of speed. Machine guns ready to go. Are you ready? Hey, are you ready for this? Are you hanging on the edge of your seat? Out of the doorway, the bullets rip. Out of the beat, yeah.
And here comes the chorus, the first chorus.
Another one bites the dust.
Notice I said the first chorus for a reason.
Another one bites the dust. And another one gone, and another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, hey, I'm gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust.
The short interlude before the second verse. Now notice something different about the second verse and the second chorus. What is it?
How do you think I'm gonna get along without you when you're gone?
Same difference as the previous song. What is the difference? I'm gonna let you hear the chorus too.
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, I'm gonna get you too.
Have you figured it out yet? Well, let me give you one more example from a later song. This one is by Tupac Shakur. It's called How Do You Want It? I want you to notice something about the second verse. It starts with the chorus first. But here comes the first verse.
Got a brother wanting this so bad I'm about to pass out. Wanna dig you, and I can't even lie about it, baby. Just alleviate your clothes. I'm the fly about it. Catch you at the club. Your hips have got me feeling, body talking quick to me, but I can't comprehend the meaning. Now if you wanna roll with me, then here's your chance to 180 on the freeway. Catch me if you can. Forgive me, I'm a rider. Still, I'm just a simple man. All I want is money plus the fame. I'm a simple man, Mr. International, player with a passport, just like a Latin switch. Get you anything you ask for, either him or me. The champagne, Hennessy, favorite of my homies when we
Still with me?
Witness as we creep to a low speed. What my foes need.
These rap songs tend to have longer choruses.
Approaching lady with a passion for the long day, but I've been driven by attraction.
Come to the pre-chorus.
Your body is banging, baby. I love the way you're flowing. Time to give it.
Here comes the chorus.
Tell me how you want it.
Here comes the second verse. Notice something different.
Tell me, baby, is it cool to touch? Tell a man that you can trust, I'm just a fool to lust. Coming to get you on the bus is so ironic. Exotic on the verge of erotic. I'm hitting switches on misses like I've been fixed with hydraulics. My up and down like a roller coaster.
Notice something happened right there. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what happened here. The bass, you hear that bass line? This song has a bass line and a drum line. Did you notice that when the second verse began, the bass line dropped and all you heard was the drums from the first 4 bars, and the bass line came in after the first 4 bars of the second verse. Now when it gets to the third verse, it's not going to do that, but it did do that for the second verse. Okay. Please click on the next video called The Third Element in Songwriting, Part 2. Okay? I'm going to tell you what the difference was between the first verse and the second verse in all those songs. Did you notice when the first verse of the first 2 songs began, we're talking about Kiss You All Over by Exile and Queen's Another One Bites the Dust, his voice in both songs was kind of subdued. When I get you home, my baby, gonna light your fire. And the other song, Steve walks warily down the street with the brim pulled way down low. Ain't no sound but the sound of his feet. And and that song, when it got to the chorus, he was still speaking in a subdued tone of voice. Another one bites the dust, and another one gone, and another one gone. Another one bites the dust. But in both songs, when they started the second verse, the voice rose the conversational. Their voice was louder. In the Exile song, don't know what I'd do without you, baby. You're not just another lover. And in the other song, how do you think I'm gonna get along without you when you're gone? You took me for everything that I had, then kicked another one back to this there. Did you notice that? It's called subtle progression in the verses. And for the rest of both songs, they're speaking in that tone, that higher tone. And in the third song by Tupac, this is interesting, another way of doing it. When he starts the song, you have what's called the bass line, which is the bass, which went da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, and he had the drums to and the song starts with both of them. But when you get to the second verse, the bass line drops, and all you have is the drums playing for the first 4 bars of that second verse. And then when the 5th bar of the second verse begins, the bass line comes back in, and for the rest of the song, it's a way of letting the listener know, hey, you're moving along in this song. Now we're going to get to the real interesting part. Subtle progression in the chorus, and at the end of the song. And let me tell you something. If you use this, you can take a song that is a great song or a sort of great song and kick it into 5th gear into a super great song. I'm telling you, I've heard songs and I'll listen to them over again just because when it gets to the end, the song just breaks bad and lets out all the stops. Now here's where this subtle progression really kicks into gear in the songs. This is a song by Kate Bush that came out, I think, in '84. It's called Running Up That Hill. I love this song. First verse. Now she starts the first verse in the tone of voice that she's going to sing the rest of the song with. But we're going to show you how she uses subtle progression in the choruses to make this song into a super bomb that I want to listen to over and over and over and over and over again. Here comes the chorus, the first chorus. You can tell it sounds different from the verse, so it's got the contrast. And you're going to see that it has the repetition too. And now I'm going to also show you the subtle progression. Did you notice that? Well, I'll tell you when we get to the second verse. I'm getting ahead of myself. Here comes the second verse. I love that. Yeah. Those background vocals. Here come, we're coming right now to the second chorus. The chorus repeats. It's got that repetition. Now notice something that you didn't hear in the first chorus that you're about to hear right now. Hear this? You hear that? You did not hear that in the first chorus. She's using a background vocal to let you know the song's moving along. And she's getting ready to lead into the bridge. She's leading into the bridge here. Let me tell you something, this bridge is dynamite here. And the percussion changes in the bridge so that the contrast is different from the verse and the chorus. I love this bridge. I listen to this song over and over again just to hear this bridge. A bridge can make this song dynamite. Okay? We're coming to the third chorus. Now I want you to know something. Extra sound effects that are going to come up. And the extra background high, multi-octave, high-pitched background vocals. And the thunder that's going to come with the last chorus. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. You hear that? You didn't hear that in any of the choruses. And the thunder followed by the drums, when it repeats every time it gets. You hear the thunder, the drums, and the pig squeals, I like to call them. You see? This lets you know the song is coming to an end. You just know it by what you hear. I love it, I tell you. If I only could. That's the only way she sings that line in the whole song. So you've had some resolution to this song. I love this line. Notice how she sings that line. And she winds it down with these last two lines. With those distorted vocals. Now that you know the song is coming to an end. Wow, that is a beautiful song. Please click the next video, the third element of songwriting, part 3. Next song I'm going to show you is Wang Chung's Dance Hall Days. I want you to notice something. Now when you get to the end of the song, I want you to notice something. Here's another beautiful song. I love this song. Here comes the first verse.
Take your baby by the hand.
Now they don't have verse progression in this song like the first song I showed you, but it has chorus progression.
Do the next thing that you feel.
Here comes the pre-chorus.
And I dance all days.
Beautiful song, I tell
We
you.
were cool on craze. When you,
Contrast,
and everyone we knew,
this song
believe, do,
repetition is
sharing what
totally.
was true.
Here comes the chorus and the hook.
That's all day long.
Okay, here comes the second
Take your
verse.
baby by the hair
And
pull
pull
her
her
close and there.
I love that.
And take your baby by the ears and play upon her darkest fears.
Pre-chorus.
You were so in phase, and I dance all days.
All I got to say about this song is, damn.
Craze. When you,
Why can't they make songs like this today?
to believe,
Okay? Here's the second
what
chorus.
was true. I said,
And notice it sounds different than the first chorus.
dance all days long.
The music changes up.
Dance all days. Dance all days long.
Almost like a cross between a bridge and a chorus.
Take your
Third
baby
verse.
by the wrist, and in her mouth an amethyst,
Now wait till you get to this last chorus. You're gonna
and
know
in her
something.
breast you sapphire blue.
And then the third verse, this is verse progression.
And you need her and she needs you. And you need her and she needs
There's a little repetition in the last verse.
you. And you need her and she needs you.
Repeat the same line over and over again.
And you need her.
And that extra drum beat is the only time you hear that in the whole song. That it's
In a dance hall
every other
days.
time it's just
We were cool on
That one time in the third verse, you hear, you notice in the pre-chorus? Oh, you hear that? In the pre-chorus? Now notice when we get to the chorus, you're gonna hear something you don't hear in the rest of the song. The chorus. You hear those strings? As the song is coming to an end, the song is breaking bad and letting out all the stops. You don't hear that anywhere else in the song. But as the song in the last chorus, the song is winding down to an end. The song just breaks bad and lets out all the stops. What did we learn in this lesson? We learned about subtle progression in the verses, where you start the first verse, you are more subdued, and even into the first chorus, you're more subdued with your vocals. But when you start the second chorus, your vocals rise, and they will remain that way for the rest of the song. Now, chorus, subtle progression. Wow. We learned that with each progressive chorus gets a little bit more exciting as the song progresses until you get to the end of the song and the song just big bang and kicks it. And I forgot to mention about this for the other verse progression. Do a little something different in the second verse and add a little bit of spices here or there as the song progresses, and you can make your song into a story with a climax, with a resolved ending, and not just repeat, monotony, contrast and repetition, but it's still monotonous. And please click on the third element of songwriting, the final part. And here's the third and final song. Now this song does more than just use subtle progression in the choruses. This song makes it a lot more obvious, as we will find out. This is a song by Gary Wright called I Really Want to Know You. It came out, I believe, in 1978. I love this song. I swear to God I do. First verse.
I don't mind being lonely. What I do mind is not being loved. Maybe you're feeling the same way too. You're ready to hold
Here comes the chorus.
I really wanna know you. I really wanna show you the way I feel. I really wanna know you. I really wanna show you the way I feel.
Did you notice how, I want you to notice how at the end of the chorus he goes, oh. I want you to notice that when we listen to the second chorus. And this chorus jumps right into the second verse. Let me take you back a few seconds. This chorus is going to jump right into the second verse. Oh.
Something about you tells me
I'm telling you this for a reason.
it's only just a notion I have. I see it written over your face. I really wanna know you. I really wanna show you the way I feel. I really wanna know you. I really
Listen,
wanna
here
show
comes.
you the way I feel.
Did you hear that? He didn't go, oh, at the end of the chorus. He raises it up a notch. He goes, hey, yay. And here, I want you to notice something. This chorus does not jump into the third verse, but listen, I'm going to play it back for you again.
I wanna know you. I really wanna show you the way I feel.
He jumps into the chorus extension. It did not do this in the first chorus, now did it? No, it did not.
You got something about you that I wanna believe.
This is the chorus extension. And another thing, the way this chorus extension gradually melds into the third verse is done in the most beautiful way. I swear to God it is. Okay? It's gradually melding into the third verse. Third verse. I want you to remember that. It's coming back again. Of course. It's gonna be just like the second chorus. It's gonna have the extension. But keep in mind, it sounds like the second chorus, but it's gonna have something extra in it. And then you notice it went hey, hey, again.
So now it's up to you. Tell me what you're gonna do.
And this chorus extension is gonna gradually melt into the final section of the song when the chorus just breaks bang. Remember that? Except this time it added an extra element. Did you hear the
I really wanna know you.
The chorus is fixing to break bang. You notice how the chorus, the music sounds subdued? All you guys are
I really wanna show you.
you can hear some vocals.
Really wanna know.
He's using the vocal cord to make it sound like those are singing. Now the chorus is going to break bang here. It's going to repeat the same line over and over. You hear the vocal cord, you hear the instrument singing. Show. He's using the vocal cord to do that. When I heard this song back in the 4th grade, I couldn't make out whether that was actual instruments or whether he was singing. That is a beautiful song, my friends. I swear to God it is. In a nutshell, what this nobody has just taught you is that a song can use subtle progression to be like a movie to guide you along to a wonderful, ultimately satisfying climax. Using subtle progression in the verses and subtle progression in the chorus. You see, each chorus, if you had a graph of excitement levels in your song, the verse is like right here, the chorus here, the verse here, the chorus here. It looks like a wavy chart. But really, in reality, you got your choruses. The first chorus level of excitement is here. The second level of chorus excitement is here. And the third and final chorus level of excitement is here. And you got that wonderful subtle progression. Now, Michael Lasco, you can feel free to use this video however you see fit. I'm doing this for you. Feel free, you have my permission to duplicate it or whatever you can do to teach my fellow taxi members how to write songs. Isn't this funny? Here I am. I haven't even got a freaking record deal. I haven't even put out a single. Okay. Because I can't get it, because there's nobody out there who will put in as much blood, sweat, and tears into writing the music as I have into writing the lyrics. I hope to change that someday. But this goes to show that anybody can teach. If you have the knowledge up here, in here, you can do it. You can. If you are nobody, you can make yourself into somebody.